Hi, and a very warm welcome to this new lecture. In the previous lecture or video, we discussed about Excel interface. By Excel interface, what we mean is we spoke about the opening screen of Excel, what are the different parts of that screen, and for what purposes we use the options or icons available on the different parts of Excel opening screen. In this chapter, we will talk about basic operations on Excel workbook, operations on Excel workbook, and operations on Excel worksheets. So before we do that, we need to have a new Excel file available with us. Now we will look at some of the options which are available to open a new Excel file. The first option is you can directly access Excel from the taskbar. This area at the bottom of the screen is known as taskbar, and at times what users do is they pin or they bring the icons for the programs that they use very frequently to the taskbar. So here Excel is already available. So what you can do is you can simply click on this Excel icon, and a new Excel workbook. The process of opening a new Excel workbook will start. So here, this is the opening screen of Excel. Here, what it will do is it will give you couple of options, such as you want to open a new file, or you want to use any of the options, that is you want to have a tour of Excel, or you want to go through some tutorials, or here on the lower side of the screen you will see list of files which you have already created. So right now we want to create a new Excel file, so we will simply click on blank workbook, and our a new Excel file is available. The Excel file is known as a workbook, and the sheet or the pages in the files are referred as worksheets. So this is one way of opening Excel. Let's close it out and come out of it. The other option is you can right click, then from this dialog box you can go to new, and in new you will have list of all the available options depending on the programs installed on your system. So from here also we can open Excel. Here you can see the option which is known as Microsoft Excel worksheet. The moment you will click, a new Microsoft Excel worksheet will appear on your desktop. You can simply double click on this, and your workbook containing just one worksheet will start appearing on the screen. This is the second option. We can close out and move out of this. The third option is you can go to the search or the start button, and from here also you can find your Excel program and click on it, and this will again bring you to the same screen to which we reached after clicking on Excel in the taskbar. And here also we will follow the same steps, that is clicking on blank workbook. So this is how you can start Excel program, or you can open a new workbook for you to work on. Now, when we talk about some basic operations, the first operation is opening a file. To open a file, what you can do is you can simply open the Excel program and go through this list of files which is already available. If you want to open any of these files which is already available on the in the list that you want to open, you can simply click on that file, name of that file, and that particular file will open for you. That is first option. The second option is if the file is not available in the list, you can simply go to file, then go to open option, and then you will go to browse. So this will give you list of all the drives available in your system, and from the different files which are available on your system, you can go to that specific folder and click on name of the file that you want to open, and then you will click on open, and then that particular file which you have selected will appear for you on the screen. This is how to open a file. Now let me close out this file. The system has not prompted me, and it simply closed the file which we wanted to close. Now here in the first row, the number of boxes is 180. Let me close this out. Again, the file has closed. Let's go back and open it once again. And this was our file on which we were working. So here you can see the number of boxes shipped in the first row is 180. Now let's change it to 200. Press enter. So the number of boxes shipped has changed from 180 to 200. Now, if I want to close it, the system has prompted me. It is asking me that do you want to save it? You don't want to save the change, or you just don't want to even continue with the operation or the task of closing out the file. So these are the three options. I want to save it. I will simply click on save. The file is saved. Now let's open this file again. And now you can see here earlier the number of boxes shipped was 180. It has changed to 200, and the change that we made has also been saved in the file. This is one way of saving the file. Now let's change this 94 to 194. Now if I want to save the file, what I can do is I can go to file and select save option. So then also this change will get saved. If I want to close it, I can close it out. Let's open it again and see what has happened. So the changes that we did, that is we changed the number of boxes shipped from 94 to 194. That is also saved. Now let's change this to 291. The shortcut key to save the file is you can press Ctrl and S button together, or Ctrl and S key together, then also the file will get saved. Let's check it out. Let's open it again. And here you can see this number has changed from 91 to 291. The fourth option of saving file is let's change this from 342 to 542. The other option is right here at the very top in the quick access toolbar. The first option available is save. You can click on this icon, then also your file will get saved. Let's close this out and see. Here we go. So see the number has changed from 42 to 542. So these are some of the options of saving a file. Now the name of this file is sample data 10 minutes Excel. Let's make some changes. Let's change it to 684 and then change this to 138. Let's change this to 276 and let's change this to 373. Now, what I want to do is I don't want to overwrite the original data. I want to create a copy of this file with this new data. For that purpose, we will use save as option. Save as option. So in order to use the save as option, what we will do is we will go to file menu. Then here we have this option which is named as save as. We will select this option. Now, what is happening is the system is asking me where I want to save this file. So for the time being, we will select desktop as our option where we want to save the file. Sample data 10 minutes, and let's add underscore updated and click on save. So now you can see two things you need to observe. First, the sample data 10 minutes underscore update. This is the new name assigned to this particular file. That's number one. Number two, here, earlier this file was not available there. Now, this new file, sample data 10 minutes underscore updated, has started appearing on the desktop because just now we have saved this file on this location. Let me show this to you again. Here on this desktop, we can see only two Excel files. First one is this new Microsoft Excel worksheet, and this is the second file which we saved just now. Let's go back to our file, save as, browse, then we will select desktop, update it. This is the file name. Let's add another word here, test. Sorry, test, and click on save. Now, if we will go to desktop, you can see this new file with the name of sample data 10 minutes updated underscore test has been saved. So this is how you can save a file on which you are working with a new name. The next is to close out and come out of that file. For closing out the file or coming out of the file, you have two options. First one is simply click on this cross mark, which is part of your Windows group of Windows control buttons. So here we have these three buttons: minimize, resize, and close. So you can simply click on this close button and Excel will close for you. The Excel as well as the file both will close for you. So remember this, when you will click on this cross mark, your Excel and file both will get closed. But before closing out the Excel, let's look at the option in which we can only close the file on which we are working, but our Excel will not get closed. For that, what we will do is we will go to File and we will select option Close. So now you can see the file has closed, but the Excel program is still available for us to work on. Whereas if we will close the file using this close button, then what will happen is our file as well as Excel program both will get closed. Now we will look at the steps of copying a file from one location to another location. So for that, let's create two folders here, and the folder name will be, test1, and another folder we will create as test2. So these are the two folders. So what we are going to do is we will shift all the files from to folder test1. So now if we will open this folder test1, we can see all these three files are here. Now what we want to do is we want to copy these files from this location, that is desktop folder name is test1 to desktop folder name test2. We want to copy the files. So what we will do is we will select all the files, then either we can right click, then select option copy, close it out, go to folder named as test2, again right click and select option paste. All the three files are available here. Now you can see that here under folder name test1, we have these three files. Similarly, under the folder name test2, we have all these three files. So that means we have created a copy of folder named test1 containing all the files. So we have discussed two options together, that is copy and paste. Now let's create another folder, and name of this folder is test3. Now what we will do is whatever files are available in this folder named as test2, we want to remove these files from here and shift it to a new location, that is test3 folder. So what we will do is we will select all the files, again right click, and this time instead of selecting option copy, we will select option cut. We will go to the desired destination, that is test3, and we will use the option paste. Now you see what will happen is now we don't have any more file available in folder named as test2, because we have cut the files or we have shifted all the files from folder named as test2 to folder named as test3. So the files which were earlier available in folder named as test2 has been moved to folder named as test3. Now we will look at the final option in regard to the which is falling in the category or in the section basic operations on workbook. The final option is we want to change the name of a file. So in order to change the name of a file, what we will do is we will right click and select option rename. The moment you will select the option, the file name will get selected and now it has become editable. That means now you can change the name of the file. So we will change the name of this file to test12. After typing the desired name or the required name, we will simply press enter, and now the name of that file has changed. The name of the file, which was earlier sample data 10 minutes underscore update underscore test, has changed to test12. This is how you can rename the file. So in this video so far, we have touched base on the basic operations in regard to opening the Excel, opening a existing file, saving the same file on which we are working with a new name, how to close the file, how to copy and paste the file from one location to another location, or how to shift the file from one location to another location using the options cut and paste. And we also looked at the option of how to change the name of an existing file. So stay tuned and we will see you in our next lecture. Thank you.